Another shot is coming raw and unbounded. The whiskey's always talking and the beer's overflowing. Another shot is gonna hit you with a mind overloading on it. The bar is always open with no inhibitions. Another shot will leave your sensories twitching. Just remember, everything we say is just our opinion. But then again, it might be the alcohol talking. It might be the alcohol talking. Let's go. 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 Let's go.
Welcome to another Shot Podcast, where our opinions might be real, or it could just be the liquor talking. Sit back and enjoy another shot.
Oh, if only it were true. Another shot. I can't remember the last time I saw you actually do a real full shot. What's going on, everybody? Where's my insomniacs at tonight? No, again, this is becoming a trend, and me coming on here and saying, yeah, I know we're a little later than usual, but tonight was actually something a little special. As you can see, I am joined by the missus herself. I still think you get used to the camera. You're not like 100%. So right now, this is where you start to feel it. Love it. What would you done if you had actually gotten like, remember you went out for Crossville's version of America's Got Talent, or what was that, American Idol or whatever? Could you have gotten up on stage? You can barely do it in front of a camera. Throwing them right out the gate, huh? Not even letting you warm up. Yes, this is my lovely wife, Sarah, joining me tonight. And the reason we're going on this late is because, this was supposed to happen a couple weeks ago. Well, life happens, and no kids tonight. And the first thing she said was, you want to go to dinner? And then she had to throw a little, I don't know why she thought she would have to throw a little incentive on here, but she said, postpone it, and I'll come on. So I thought, why not? We'll dig into more of this here in a second. We got a couple shout outs to do, one of them being to our good friends at MLH Distillery, located right here in Grove City, Pennsylvania. Their hours of operations, guys, are Fridays 5 to 11 p.m., Saturdays 3 p.m. to 9 p.m., and from what I understand, those dates are supposed to be changing. All these awesome bottles you see on your screen, sorry Spotify, and you see me pouring at the bar, we can purchase right there at MLH Distillery, or you can get it at mlhdistillery.com. You guys, they're also on Facebook, so if you want to check them out, find out when what their specials are for the day, what their schedule, who's playing where, when, why, how. Yeah, that's how we do it on here. Another quick shout out to our friends at Snap-on Tools, the premier selection in automotive tools. There you go, Robin. So, my favorite thing to say is to I don't know the best way to say this. Plan, but don't make plans, or make plans, but don't plan. Just let it run its course is basically what happens. So originally, we were supposed to go, we were going to go to dinner a little bit earlier. Well, unbeknownst to me, there's been some messages sent, and we had a surprise guest to come over and work on her vehicle after he got off the clock. So I'm sure he really loved that. A couple beers later, he was happy. Always fun to hang out with Ray. Good dude. Can't talk enough about him. But the plan was kind of to go out, have dinner with Ray and the missus. And his missus was already locked down for the night. She was in her chair, she was comfy. We all have done this. You go home and then it's like, okay, today it sucked, and the first thing you do is you just strip down to those embarrassing pajama pants you don't like people to see you in. Or that shirt that you've worn for months. It's what you sleep in, or you get up and walk around in the morning. Yes, I am notorious for that. And then you're pretty well done for the evening. What's your go-to for, I was wanting to ask you this the last time. When you think of rest and relaxation, what's your idea? What's your ideal time? How do you like to unwind? What really kind of gets you out to focus? Already twitching and going all over the place. They don't bite. I promise. Well, hello, Mom, and what is up, Mash Brothers? How we doing there, folks? See? You're in good company. What is your rest and relaxation? What does that entail to you? What's that? I wouldn't think this would be that much of a thinker.
No.
It's a talk show, babe. We're going to have to talk. You know what she needs, guys? She needs another shot, wouldn't you say?
Right.
Well, truth be told, you're not working tomorrow, so it's not like you can't actually partake in a drink, and I can mix you up a margarita if you would like.
No.
You're talking too low. You've got to talk. I'm going to do the same thing I did to Kat last night. You said you were going to come on. Well, you got to get in on here. What is a restful relaxation evening for you? What is it you look forward to do when you come home to rest and relax?
Nothing.
No phone, no nothing. You just want to sit in a
nothing.
dark corner and not do a damn thing. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you do nothing.
Why are you being so uncooperative? You can tell I'm married to her. It's not a hard question. I'm not like being deep and probing here yet.
Well, I don't want to do anything.
No books, no movie, no nothing. I mean, you really.
I think I'm having to refine myself. I really enjoyed coloring a picture the other night.
So, me, I like to sit back and, I'll get on my phone a little bit. I'll look up some stuff. I'll look up songs, games on a phone. I've got one in particular. It's actually supposed to be a relaxation game that I've actually talked Kaylin into. You never thought of anything like that? I see you on that phone an awful lot.
Oh, I'm playing
Recipes
Monopoly Go now.
I can't remember the last time I seen that one. Normally you're on there and
I'm reading normally. Looking things up. Shopping addictions.
shopping addiction. This woman is the true definition of, I have a coupon. We get coupons. You gotta go and spend money on the coupons because they'll go out. We have to use them when we don't,
Yeah. Especially when they're $25.
I like some good food and a football game and a drink or two. Maybe I should have married him.
There you go. You guys got to stick together.
I mean, I've tried to get you into sports. I've tried to get you, I even try and reach out to your, all right, she wants to go and walk. How about we go over to the outlets? Let's walk around a little bit, here, like even tomorrow. I'm like, I know we got a lot of stuff to do around the house, but, I'm also thinking we need some more time together. So I thought about the animal park. You haven't been yet. Of course, be interesting to, when Kaylin finds out that we went to the animal park together, but I don't understand why, see, you brought up a whole different conversation. Something as simple as, what is relaxation? Can you not relax? Is that what it is?
Probably not.
And why do you think that is? After, you complain like I do about work. Long day, hours, whatever. Quit fidgeting. You're fine. This is better than paying any counselor. Honestly, this is free of charge.
There is nobody here going to counsel.
What do you mean there's nobody to counsel? Here, this is where you get to air it out. I'm not saying we're counseling them. I'm talking about you right now and trying to get a conversation going, and you are just doing your damnedest to pull.
Struggling.
Why? I don't get it. You say we need to converse. We need to talk more. Well, here's a perfect opportunity. I gave you like the easiest of questions, and you were kind of like right out the gate. I don't know. Is it?
I'm being honest. I straight up don't know anymore.
Straight up don't know anymore. I love when people say that too. Just being honest. That's about as much fun as saying, with all due respect. It's a cop out. Honestly, I'm going to hold it to you. We're going to talk. This is a perfect time. We're supposed to be figuring stuff out. Well, let's use the platform that we got right now. He said, you got Mash Brothers up there saying good food and a football game. I mean, how many times have I said ball games and barbecues? That's relaxing to me. A little camaraderie, some people to talk to, You're eating some good food and watching an awesome game, whether your team's winning or losing. Is that really so complex right there? Honestly, is that really asking for too much? Am I being too complicated when you say ball games and barbecues?
I'm not a sports fan.
Movies. What about movies? You don't think to sit down and maybe, okay, here, I've had a bad day, I need to laugh, so let's watch a comedy. It could be a rom-com, it could be whatever. Hell, I guess I do owe you $4 still. I thought, you know what, this is one of my all-time favorite movies, and this was the only way I was going to get to watch it, so we purchased it, and you giggled maybe twice. But I don't think you were really watching it either. I would be too nervous to talk in front of the camera too. Is it the camera that's really getting you?
Probably.
And yet this is the same woman that wanted to sing on stage in front of people. I've seen you get up there and do karaoke in front of perfect strangers.
And turn red as a beet.
You've never turned red as a beet. You like to sing. That's a comfort zone area.
Yes. But see, I could just turn the TV off and listen to music.
But
and do crafts.
And do crafts. Let me ask you this. Why don't you? You got into knitting for a little while. I remember you were doing your little pot scrubbers and...
Yeah, I can't do it now because of the cat. The cat wants to eat the crochet. There's those yarn.
Even when you got a daughter that'll come over and take the cat and, here, I'll hold on to the kitty cat and, 9 times out of 10 that cat wants to get out. I can't even sit in my chair anymore. Hey, live here alone. We're speaking true Jasonese right there. So don't you think that might be something that might be a problem? That you can't find a way to just relax. That you can't just stop and let everything go. And I'm not just gonna say you. I mean, this is, like I said, it's a good conversation point right here. How many times have I said, you turn on the TV, it doesn't matter what it is, and you see a bunch of people just wanting to bitch, gripe, and go on about whatever. Dude, there's nothing you do that is too fast except one thing, and we can't say that on this platform. He's got to feel bad from the love of his life. Focus on me, not there. Not your pants. You're good. This is the stuff we like to talk about. So all that aside, you said crafts, nothing else. I thought tonight was nice and relaxing. We went out and had a good meal. That didn't, kind of soothe you a little bit?
No, I was wanting to hurry up and get home. Good food, but not relaxing.
I don't understand. I'm absolutely confused at this point. I mean, we're both off tomorrow. There's really no time frame, and as you can see, we still have people coming on here. So if you're worried about this, you shouldn't let that, There's another good thing. I mean, so what hinders you from relaxing? You can't do crafts because of a cat. Why did you feel like we needed to rush home? Is it because of this? Or you just didn't want to be out?
I don't think I really want to be out anymore.
So you'd rather just be a homebody?
Yeah, I think so.
Why? And yet, even at home, okay, so I'm sure there's a bunch of people out there. It's like, oh yeah, I am. Jason, I'm going to start thinking you're hitting Hunter if you don't quit. I'm just baffled at how somebody could just want to be a hermit. And yet we do know quite a few people like that. Or at least they portray that they do, and then next thing you know, every time you turn around, hey, I'm running here, I went there, and you're seeing posts on Facebook or wherever they're at. So let's say, okay, we pick a night, we don't do nothing, we're not going to go anywhere. What's your first thought? Okay, how are we gonna rest? How are we gonna chill? Is it just gonna sit down and watch TV? I'm actually interested here. This is a good time to sit back and try and discuss. I'm confused here. Honestly, you weren't always like this. Oh man. So every now and then I can talk this young lady into watching a movie. Now, obviously, I gotta give her credit where credit's due. She's not a scary movie fan at all. But yet, and this is, I busted on Jason because he's one of those ones, it's just Budweiser and Maker's Mark. There's nothing else out there. Nothing. There's plenty of options out there, and you just have to be willing to try. And actually, believe it or not, I get the biggest kick out of it when we sit down and we watch Sleepaway Camp together. Of all movies, I would have thought she'd have hated. That one actually kind of sticks out to you. Hello, Miss Heather. How are things? So let's ask the people out there. You know, we already got Mash Brothers saying, you know what, their way of resting and relaxing is ball games and, you know, barbecues, kind of like me. Oh, it's Corona. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, because that's so much better than Budweiser. You know, different samples I tried to give that man the other day, and he's just kind of, he was, you know, you have to be willing to, you gotta open your mind a little bit. You gotta find that way to unwind. Now, me, I run into the problem is I can't turn my brain off. That's why I'm constantly, like, even when I lay down to go to sleep, you know, I'll think about the show, I'll think about work, I'll think about, you know, something I was thinking about earlier in the day, and I'm like, oh, now's a good time to look it up, which is probably the worst time. You know, they say 8 hours. How many of us actually get 8 hours sleep?
Never. Well, maybe on the weekend, and then I feel like crap.
So you're so accustomed to, and I guarantee, I know for a fact, like Zach, I work with him, he always has, you know, if he gets any more than like 5 or 6 hours, he feels like crap afterwards, because then he feels like he's gotten too much sleep. Maybe she would like going fishing on Jason's pontoon boat. Well, therein lies another problem, brother. She don't like boats.
No.
You take her to the beach, she doesn't want to get in the water. You take her to Lake Erie, she'll go in there. Only about knee deep.
I was gonna say only about waist deep.
I mean, Jason does drive slow enough to, you know, he could drive for Miss Daisy, so I mean, wouldn't be too much worry out there, but the fact we'd be out in the middle of a lake or wherever, and she's gonna go into panic mode.
Yeah. I won't take a life jacket off.
See, and here's the fun thing. Fear is another thing that, you know, stops people from doing all sorts of things. How many times we had the conversation, I want to travel. You said you want to travel. Okay, well, we can't go by boat. You can't swim and you hate the water. We can't fly. You're afraid of heights and you're scared to death to get on an airplane. Well, we can't exactly drive across the ocean.
No.
You know, these are things that, you know, really kind of, you know...
I'd like to drive across the country.
Until we come to a bridge, and then you know, you're gripping the inside of your seat, and you're like, oh no. And okay, good job, Jason. That's the, what was the key word when I first started talking? Relax. What do you like to do to relax? So I mean, I have to agree. I like going out on a boat. I had a great time with them the last time we got to go.
Yeah, well, I might sit on the shore and listen to the water rolling, but that's about it.
The light splashing of like the wind hitting the, you know, because
That's all there is in the lake, yeah. Well, no, there's boats going by with waves that smack in the side, but not a lot of that.
you know, so I mean, people, I think, come up with too many excuses not to go somewhere, not to do something. And it's because of fear of something, fear of change, fear of, you know. I've actually talked to people that are afraid to do something because they're afraid they're not gonna like it. So I mean, where do you? I mean, is this kind of like not sinking in just a little bit? What do you guys think? You know, Jason, your way of relaxing is just kind of, well, we won't go there. Again, wrong platform. Bobby is actually, you know, talking to us from the banks. He's down there relaxing on the beach as we speak. Did you go and check out Jack Brown's brother, like I said? He's actually in KDH. I never did get a hold of Josh to say, hey, I got a buddy out there. You're going to have to take him around and show him some spots. I mean, it's almost like your favorite thing right now is make a list. Make a list. I almost want you to make a list of things that you're afraid of and things that you know, reasons why you think you can't relax. And I've told you this time and time again. I mean, sometimes you do have to stop, sit back, smell the roses a little bit, enjoy. You know, for me, it takes a second because you know as well as anybody else, I am not a fan of mornings anymore. I used to be a morning person, and now, no. So my first thing when I get up in the morning, this is how I start my day: coffee, breakfast, and then we'll run from there. Maybe tomorrow we down to the last colony after the beach today. Pretty cool stuff. Went down to the last colony. I thought he ham-boned that first word. I'm trying to think of where the lost colony is. I mean, you don't. I love the mountains. I love the lakes and stuff. But then you get there and say, "Oh, it's too cold." You know, there's always something, and it's almost like I think it's to the point where a lot of people trick themselves into not enjoying it. They, you know, I'm going to be perfectly content. Just like you said, you want to be a homebody. Just sit at home, Roanoke. Okay, good deal. I also suggest, Bobby, going and getting on a ferry and doing Ocracoke. Dan, what's going on, brother? Nice cruising road trip, especially at Ocean City, Maryland. My favorite in a lot of West Virginia mountains.
West Virginia mountains, forget it. Drove through there too many times. Hate it. Hate going up and down the mountains.
You know what the fun part is? We're getting more and more people popping in. We're starting to get the likes and the hearts and everything. And I guarantee at some point people are going to be like, what is going on? Did she... You are just one giant walking phobia. Everything scares the crap out of you anymore. You are afraid to have fun at this point. Oh, man. And then, see, and this is where it gets fun, guys, because her and I are polar opposites of each other. Me, I'm a little more outgoing. And this is something that Cap said, you know, not long ago, and I have not let it drop, you know. And you even said, oh, you got to be the life of the party. No, it has nothing to do with being the life of the party. It has everything to do with making other people smile, making other people laugh, having a good time. Doesn't mean I have to be the center of attention. I'm not that much of a social butterfly. But I like to go and I'll listen in for a little while, I'll get a feel of the room, and then you just go from there. You blend in. Okay, well, see, even Dan, you got Dan, like, okay, well, how about just driving alongside the ocean?
I'd be better. Much better. I can't even stand driving down the side of the river going to his grandma's. I hate it.
Didn't even bother. I knew it was going to be, I knew that one wasn't going to be a win, Steve, so much appreciated, Blue. I don't think Blue, I bet you Blue did. Well, I mean,
I've always wanted to take a train trip, but then I'm a little worried about that too.
then try, you know, I love when these comments come up, okay? Now, all of a sudden, we're going to start, we're going to jump on the female aspect, the bandwagon. Like, I don't try and make her smile. Is that what you're trying to say? I never try to make her smile? Just throwing that out there. I'm constantly joking with her. I'm constantly trying to, you know, find some way to make her laugh. I mean, people just kind of jump, you know, to conclusions, and it's kind of like, well, guys going back to they had a call off. Oh. Yeah, he already said.
She's got to go back to work. Oh my gosh.
She already came in and said she was pulling a double tonight. There we go. And the fun part is these guys like to use the message area to do like their own private messages of each other. I don't know, it's Corey tomorrow night, so I'm not even 100% I'd want to go and watch that one. Albeit I just got done saying I'm looking forward to my Friday Night Lights again. And you know what's really fun? You know, I was so proud that you know, it took Josh and Brooke to come down for you to finally go and try a Thai place. I want to try it, so let's go try it. I don't know.
Well, that's where he suggested to go. So I was like, okay, cool. I've been wanting to go try it.
Even though you got somebody standing right beside you that's like, hey, I've had Thai food before, it's good, I think you really like it. I don't know.
I've been worried about how it was going to affect my belly.
The old guts. Well, the last time we went, it did get us both. Still good. Can't beat the clock. I can't. I've got a collection of lint. It's not getting defensive. It's called, you're right, we're talking, but don't make assumptions. Ask a question. Then make her smile. Well, I have. Reading too much into it. Overthinking something. Instead of just trying to go with the flow. Now that's one thing. When we first got together, you were that type of person that would just kind of, okay, now let's try it. Now it's way too reserved, you know, and there's a lot of people out there. Travel is down right now. Vacations are down mainly because the price of everything. And I'm going to assume right out gate, that's another thing that plays on your mind whenever we go and, you know, want to go somewhere.
All the time.
Even though there's cheap routes, another thing that I like to do is, and I've suggested this, I like hiking. So what about, you know, let's keep it simple. We can either go to McConnell's Mills or we can go walk the bike trail at Moraine, and, you know, I like seeing the animals. I can't remember the last time and that I went spotlighting. I like going out and seeing the deer at night. Of course, that's probably the worst time to want to see deer, because when you do see the deer, 9 times out of 10, they're jumping out in front of your vehicle. PTSD, Blue. I'm almost wanting to go Sigmund Freud on you. I feel like she needs to be on a couch right now with her head back, just staring at the ceiling. But what's fun about this is, I mean, you're not alone out there on this. You watch them every day, all day long. Yeah, see, I got you, brother. I can speak Jason at this point.
Sigmund Freud. Them.
Deer.
Oh, dear.
I just got done saying spotlighting and everything. If you quit worrying about the pants, you're making those awesome jeans, you know, the holes in the front that much bigger. Like I said, I can mix you a little something that'll calm your nerves, get you a little, you know, relaxed. Let's see what we got. Dan says, me and one of my uncles who passed used to take me and my cousin with big spotlights to go deer spotting down the back roads. My dad used to do the same thing. And then I discovered something. You know, we'd watch deer for a little while, and before you know it, I was passed out in the back seat, out. But I'm one of those few people that I tell you what, you want to rock me to sleep? Let's go on a car ride. I'll tell you right now, unless she's driving. When you're laying there getting whiplash and you shouldn't be, it's the construction. Hooper, you must have just got home. How'd the class go, brother? Did you pass? Did Chris pass? Ah, there he is. Our good friend out of Florida, Cowboy. He's one of our favorite moonshiners. Mash Brothers, you guys still in here too. You got them from all over. Back from catching boars, 2 more tonight. For my sour hell. 2 more sour. Oh, he's all over the place. Chris got 94, and he was worried about it. So there you go. There's that worry. So you and Chris are like almost kindred spirits. Everything gets that guy, like it raises his blood pressure. He just goes into fits, and it could be, something as simple as, did he really put that sticker on his car? See, even Dan says, look, he made her smile. 4 total today. I haven't been, I tell you what, man, I can't remember. The last time I went boar hunting was, holy crap, that was way back when it was me, Peanut, and Daniel. And we went in the early days of my hunting down there. Just got the rifle, had no scope on it, so I was doing the iron sights. Yeah, I know. I'm the one who put it up there. So you're saying Chris did better than you all. He's going to let you know that too.
See, they both did well.
Huh?
They both did well.
They both went in for their emissions test today, so now they're all certified for emissions.
They knew their stuff.
I think even Hooper was a little bit nervous himself. Which, you know me. Now, see, that's where I start, I can never relax before a test. That's one of my anxieties. I get test anxiety, something fierce.
So do I.
Well, congratulations, brother. Dumb luck. Soak this one in. It's one of the few times he's actually going to humble himself on this.
Am I supposed to trust you with the emissions test now, Ryan?
2 million candle power roof mounted spotlights and night heat scopes for silent environment. Oh, jeez. You know what? You really live up to that name, Cowboy. Honestly, brother. You sure? I can. We got the. Well, no, you took the green teas.
Yeah.
You like margaritas? I can make you a phenomenal margarita. You know I'm good at it.
I took that in the house too. I had taken that bottle in the house too.
Well, to be fair, it's not like I don't have the ingredients to make you a margarita. In the cool glasses. Like I said, gave you something to think about, didn't I? Just a little bit. Like I said, you're not alone out there. There's a lot of people that are afraid to do stuff. Oh, boy, here we go. I've had my missions. I can now do statewide. I've always wanted to go hog hunting. So the thing about hog hunting, dude, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little nerve-wracking because unlike a deer, they are very feral, violent creatures. And if you squeeze that trigger, you better hope it drops because you're gonna have a hell of a time after that. And they're even worse if they're injured. But I tell you what, some of the best sausage or bacon I've eaten has been from a feral hog.
I don't agree. I don't think anything is good anymore.
Do you realize the amount of negativity you're like portraying to everybody, and you're really not that negative of a person. It's almost like you just kind of.
I didn't like the pig. I am still very interested in trying a wild turkey.
Yes, I agree. Too many people are used to store-bought meats, and you can't get much better than actually going to a butcher. And I tell you what, there's a reason. As it turns out, Connor went out and got all his tags. He got antlerless and, buck tags. So he's got both doe and buck. And here you are saying, no, just go for your buck this year because we have so much deer meat stored up.
The freezer's still about half full.
Same reason I was being hard on you the other day, you knucklehead. And nobody's being hard on her. This is called conversation. Welcome to the show. Just because you can't answer a simple question doesn't mean she can't. He's being the local kiss butt right now. He's the ladies' man. But this is a conversation her and I have had before.
A nice farm-raised pig would be nice, though, not a feral hog.
So what do you think would be the difference?
What they've ate.
It's all good. I respect those who never had farm-to-table meats. It's all good. More for me. I found feral hog to be too greasy and gamey. Now that's the fun part. And that's why I like going out and shooting animals, because it's going to give you that extra challenge. Kind of like when I mix my drinks. I don't go buy the recipes. I'll turn around and do, we make it our own. And going out and actually harvesting your own animal, or like she said, you could do the farm raised if you'd like.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still going to be gamey. It's still going to be different. The only difference is, you can, when you take it to the local butcher, you tell them don't salt it as much. That's, usually the key ingredient in any meat. They salt it to death. And then most of the time, they're so pumped full of hormones and everything to make them bigger anymore. That actually changes it. Going back to that straight gamey, I like the gamey taste. No, not everything. I have had the mispleasure of trying porcupine before. Bacon is bacon.
I wouldn't say that unless you've tried a wild pig versus a farm raised, and there's definitely a difference. Just like there is with chickens from the farm versus the ones you buy at the store, chicken eggs, the chicken itself.
That's why I like deer and elk. It's gamey and it has a different flavor.
I like deer chili and deer sloppy joes. That's my favorite.
Yes, you like doing the different pastas with it, which...
Pasta, not so much, but I do like the other two. I do.
No, you confused me again, because one of the things you...
We were using it in spaghetti, I know, but I don't like it. I like it better as chili or sloppy joes. And I don't like it as meatloaf at all. I didn't like the hamburger.
The difference there is you have had a connection with the farm animal if you go the farm route.
You get to control what they eat, Dan.
But then, you also, that's why they say you never name the animal.
Yeah, you don't do that.
That's what he's talking about, that connection, that, you start to look at it as more of a pet.
Well,
and then,
I mean we named the last pig Bacon for a reason, because it was going to be bacon.
And honestly, I've never had bear chili before. And I've also had people say, it's unnatural to eat bear, but I've also heard of a lot of people eating bear. I don't know. It's again,
I had bear at camp one year when I was younger. A guy had killed one himself. He made it like a beef stew, and it was good.
we pin them up, fatten them up on leftover produce, etc. It takes 4 months to trim them out. We don't eat the huge ones, they're not good for sausage. And it just blew up. Oh. Deer sticks and deer
so
bologna.
You're pinning up these wild boars and then you're feeding them for a while and getting some of the fat off of them? Is that what you're saying?
Mom says put the deer roast in a cooking bag with different spices and throw it in the oven. Backstrap, biscuits, and gravy.
Oh, backstrap's always good, and biscuits and gravy.
And again, everybody runs right to this one, and that's one of my favorite parts is deer jerky.
There's a whole 5-pound bag that still ain't ate in the freezer.
Bash Brothers wants to know, you're eating wild boar, aren't you, cowboy? Quail, dove, turkey, deer, coyote, rabbit, squirrels, and gators.
You're eating the nutras too.
I'm kind of stuck on the coyotes.
I'm a little stuck on the coyotes as well.
Oh, no.
I don't know about the
That's a bit,
coyote and the nutra, but I've had quail or
Says,
slash dove. I don't know which one it is. I've had one wild bird. I don't remember which one it was.
Pheasant and dove.
It's dove.
Eric brought over pheasant to one time from one of his hunts,
It was
and
dove.
it was the hardest thing I've ever tried to chew because you still have to tenderize the
Yeah,
meat.
a dove hunt.
Deer meatloaf is kind of
I've ate rabbit. I've ate squirrel. Love squirrel.
Yes, local butcher takes care of us. We crop share with them.
Nice.
I don't know. I love squirrel. I love, and again, these are all gamey flavors. Now, Uber, I like doing deer meatloaf. The fun part is, I think this is where you fall flat for that one. We like our stuff extremely lean. So we don't have them add the extra, cow fat or whatever they
No.
add to it. So it comes out a little dry, but that just opens you up to, okay, well, I'm going to add this, and this for flavor. And
Well, to me, that's kind of the point, is that you're not adding extra fat that have to cook down and drain off anyway. All you want is the lean deer meat to be ground up and put in something else.
wild turkey is very tough.
Never had it. I want to try it sometime.
I've had it, and I didn't think it was too awful bad, honestly. I mean, again, it's not going to taste like, the store-bought. It's not Butterball. I think it comes down to how you
How's
have...
it's cooked?
Yeah, how you have to cook it. How you cook it.
Slow roasted over hours, or
I
cooked, like fried and cooked, or...
Now, like I said, I had the misfortune of trying, I had porcupine jerky. So when I was up there in Halliburton, one of the head foremen, everything the man killed, he jerkied. And he just couldn't help himself. And I tell you what, you want to talk about a weird, bitter, sour, oof. I mean, it's rodent.
Oh, persimmons. Persimmons.
Oh, here we go. The good stuff. Canadian goose one year
Oh, I
for
haven't
Thanksgiving.
had goose.
I shot that one goose, and I thought it was amazing.
When did we eat a goose?
Me and Eric shot one. They were flying over his house when they lived out,
I don't
By
remember
the
eating
pond?
it.
Your dad said that the only way to eat this was in stew. And I'm like, I don't know about all that. Making lemon head sugar shine. Oh.
Lemon head sugar shine.
low and slow all night. That's one of my favorite ways to,
There we
you know,
go.
either that or in a smoker. You know, and I tell you what, Hoop loves doing, you know, smoked meats.
Who on here's had raccoon
And possum.
and possum? I've never ate it myself, although people do.
So after all this, hell, I mean, I need to get you back out in the woods. You know, she did try one year. I put one down. Connor put one down. I don't know how. I'm kind of surprised that Kaylin wasn't traumatized when we dressed the deer right there, but I mean, you went out and you bought all the stuff. Hell, I think I think you got rid of your snowboard, didn't you?
No idea.
You know, like I said, I think that's just. There's more conversations to be had. We're gonna find something that's going to relax you. Here's what really got me, you know, back in my early days. I was the guy that liked to drink coffee before I went to bed. And a lot of people going, you were pumping yourself full of caffeine. No, it relaxed me. I don't know. Coffee is one of those crazy drinks that, you know, it could be an upper and a downer. What's the first thing we do when we get up in the morning? A lot of us drink coffee. But believe it or not, it's not uncommon for people to have a nice little cup just to sit back and relax. We like tea. We've done that. I'll bring 5-pound frozen certified farm-raised gator meat. How many of y'all want? I'll bring one bag for us to grill
$29.
if we're set up for it. We'll definitely have to talk on that some more. Because I heard gator is really hard to actually cook. And if you mess it up, you're talking about some of the most chewy, leathery, rubbery. Raccoon I tried once years ago, wasn't a fan, but I was like 6. Dude, it's not going to be any better at 30, I promise you. Mash Brothers, if you're still in here. Cowboy wants to know when you're making beer again. And again, yes, gator meat is awesome. I love it. I love gator bites, especially when you got a nice jalapeno ranch Parmesan dip. Phenomenal. We used to go to, Crawdaddy's in Gatlinburg. That was the only place you could get it. And then Dirty Dick's down in the Outer Banks.
Yeah.
And apparently next weekend. And here's the thing, you know, we were talking about this not long ago. I'm looking up recipes. I want to try and make some of my own homemade beer and see if I don't know. My own lager. Your dad did that one time. He got a beer kit and I thought it was phenomenal. That's your true Floridian right there.
Oh, frog legs are great, Jason. Best things ever.
Bland. That's the problem I have with that.
Chicken.
Bland. Not even a. Everybody's like, frog legs taste like chicken.
Yeah. It's white meat.
I disagree. Again, it's another one of those, it's how you cook it. And if you get them at a buffet like we used to, ugh.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't eat them from a buffet. I'm talking fresh caught, freshly chopped off, seasoned, cooked the next morning.
Ugh. Haven't had gator bites since Cannon's Chop House closed. I have no idea where that's at, but I think, did we see it at Kroger's or did we see it here where they were selling gator bites one time?
I don't remember.
Cajun, and I'll have to bring you some. I'm always up for trying something new. I guess Hooper says yes. Did you ask him a question? Did I miss it?
I don't know.
Was Navarro's. Oh, okay, I got you. Is Navarro's. Yeah, I know what he's talking about now. That's one thing I do miss. I mean, I do like Margarita Kings. I miss my Elephant Castle.
My mom used to make frog legs for breakfast. We would go fishing for them the night before or gigging for them. Cut the legs off, put it in the refrigerator, salt them, set overnight. The next morning, they were just floured and peppered and fried.
Hooper says frog legs are awesome. He was agreeing.
Oh, okay, yeah. There we go.
Cheers.
Breakfast food.
That's the one thing we're out of. I mean, Mom's kind of got me now, biscuits and butterfly.
I don't know if we're out of tenderloin or not. I'm not sure if we ate all that tenderloin.
Get a nice little white gravy going in the morning. Throw some egg in there, mix it all together. Yeah. But we'll have to see where that one goes. Hooper uses Old Bay is like that all time. Just I mean, it works almost with everything. But here's the fun thing. See, you're one of those ones when you cook, you just kind of sprinkle it on top. Whereas when I do a seasoning, I like to actually rub it in.
Oh, coming another topic. I don't like to touch raw meat.
Oh man, there was an SNL character called Negative Nancy. Or no, it was Debbie Downer. Oh, you poor thing. We have a lot to, we'll get her there. Now, that's not to say I haven't seen her try. When we first moved up here, she went full tilt on everything Steelers. Ordered jerseys, was constantly looking them up on Marketplace. It's just really tried to get into a good Steeler game. It's just, she's even been to a couple Steeler games. And it's just, I don't know. Let's see. What is the best part? Rubbing the seasoning in and becoming one with the food.
That was Ryan's comment to me not wanting to touch raw meat.
And then you got Dan not wanting to do farm raised because you named the animals. Seems to be a closer videoing. Kudos. Yeah, I had to readjust a little bit. Shrimp broil, I'll have to season with more Old Bay. Now, Hooper just had a neat little experience. He tried his very first crawfish broil.
Crawfish broil
Yeah,
or boil?
same difference.
No. Broiling is in the oven. Boiling is in water.
Oh, there you go. Get your sleep. You have a good night, brother.
Carol, I've probably got some Old Bay that needs used.
See, there you go. It takes a little while for it to warm up. Of course, it took, almost the whole hour. But she does, believe it or not, guys, she smiles, she laughs, and looky.
Broil! Haha! Are you broiling the crawfish?
Yeah. Most of the time, I've seen it,
You can broil shrimp.
I've seen a
guess
lot of
you
the
could pull
videos where
crawfish.
the guys down in Louisiana, they'll throw the traps out there, bring them in, clean them off, and then just throw them in the water, run it. And while they're cooking, they'll throw in onions and potatoes and corn and just whatever they have in the pantry almost. Sausage.
Yeah, andouille sausage actually is very traditional Louisiana stuff.
These guys, I think, was doing just kielbasa or just like, something along that line. I don't cook outside in aluminum pot on top of the burner. You do or you don't? I think you meant to say you do.
Yes, you can do that.
You know what, dude? For a first time, the only thing I don't like about crawfish is
Where'd you get your crawfish at, Ryan?
you can get them from like County Market.
Big ones?
Yeah.
Like biggest shrimp?
Yeah. I even pointed it out, and you were kind of like, I don't know. I think they taste too muddy, honestly. They've got this weird. You can't even say gamey, more earthy.
They're earthy.
Yes, we cook a seafood. Okay, there we go. After so long, you finally get used to. You kind of fill in your own blanks.
A big aluminum pot on boil, throwing everything in it.
So there you go, guys. What do you think? You think if I can keep her out here just a little bit longer? Yes, as big as shrimp, he said. St. John River shrimp, long as your hand.
Good grief. That's a nice size shrimp.
Freshwater shrimp, that's basically what they are. Almost, I don't know, freshwater lobsters. They swim backwards and they look like a
Oh,
lobster.
you're talking about the crawfish again? His St. John River shrimp? I don't know. Okay.
Maybe.
The crawfish, yeah, I do think they look like little lobsters. I always did. But I never found very many that was of any size to eat whenever I was turning over rocks. But they say they grow really big in Louisiana.
Unless you're Bubba. Rainbow, Alabama.
No.
We'll go shrimping, cast net, September. But then again, I mean, bear in mind, even though, I'm not the only one that thinks they taste like dirt, you weren't a big fan of them.
They're very earthy. But I don't know. It's been a long time since I've had crawfish. Last time I remember eating them, yeah, they kind of taste like dirt.
Honestly,
But
I think it'd be fun just to throw a trap out there, get a good, couple handfuls, and why the hell not, You think you can do, you up for a little night excursion sometime? Is the best time to catch them? At some point, guys, she will realize there's a great big world out there. So much fun to do. Life has many, many little teeny tiny pleasures, and I try to enjoy every one of them. Just sent an invite to Aquaman. He's coming.
who's that?
Wonder if this is another. I don't know. But bear in mind. And the fun part is, dude, we got Wolf Creek right up the road. So, I mean, it wouldn't be too hard to throw, some minnows or something in there and just let the crayfish come in and do their thing. And you pull the traps in the morning, and then guess what? It's game on. Just heard two barn. See, Hooper, you thought your nickname was Squirrel. Now, the fun part about Cowboy is he's got three different. You got to pay attention. You got Cowboy, 2026. You got Hydro Man, because he does hydro dipping. Then he's got his own personal. And he's been in here in all three. It's kind of like the many faces of Foley. You got Cactus Jack, Dude Love, Mankind. There's my inner geek coming out, folks. See, they're not horrible. All of them good people. And this is why they get along. But, as always, guys, all good things must come to an end. I'd like to think, you know, I'm actually kind of surprised that that simple question right there threw you. So we're going to have to dig into this a lot more and find something to, you know. And then we got our middle-aged troll. He still to this day takes shots at our good friend Dan up there in Canada. Because Dan was, he was referring to the book Jaws one time as the shark being the tragic hero that was just doing what sharks do when they hunted them. Well, in the book, you know, you get a lot of the perspective of the shark and it's just exploring. That's all it was. It's like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to eat this. So the point was, you know, like I said, he was just doing what sharks do, and then we hunted them. Bobby has never let that go. So just a couple days ago, he let us know, he goes, oh, I got to talk to a shark the other day. He said he's not a hero. Speaking of Bobby, guys, one of the things we love doing on here now, if you have a t-shirt, which as far as I know, there are certain ones out in the mail as we speak. Guys, make sure you're sending us a picture of you in your t-shirt out and about. Our good friend over in England, there's KD. And Kat did the whole background for him. Ah, the guys at the Cluckin' Truck. I'm telling you, you missed out on that one. That was, I mean, hand cut right in front of you, everything. Oh, so good. We got our boy, Uncle Moonshine. Another Floridian. He didn't send us that picture. Kat actually screenshotted him when he came on and was showing that he was repping the shirt. And then, of course, uh-oh, did we get your permission to do this, Bobby? Still, fact is, he's, you know, out and about and looks good on you, my friend. Jeez. Congratulations, 3 bar now. Sounds like a hoot of a time there. Oh, good stuff. It's an amazing thing. I preach this on here all the time. People have lost the art of conversation. Just simple conversation. That's what we love doing on here. Just talking, shooting the shit. And you know what? You can start a conversation, and before you know it, you'll be talking about what relaxes you, why does this not relax you, talking about fears to go into, oh, let's talk about harvesting our own food, you know, hunting, fishing, you know, whatever. Just a normal night here on Another Shot. I can see you as Johnny Depp when, you know, he played the role of Hunter S. Thompson, yeah. Brad Pitt after he got ended in Fight Club, possibly. And then leave it to the guy nicknamed Squirrel. Just say, I love nature and stars.
There's his relaxing.
That's the relaxing. dude, like I said, I mean, one of my favorite things to do is I'd be more than happy just to sit out on the front porch and shoot the shit, have a couple beers in hand, and I'm good to go. But then I also come out here. This to me is relaxing. And look at all the cool people I get to meet. So, quick update, guys. I don't know what the hell it was I did, but we are up to almost 5,000 followers in 24 hours. I don't know, but something kicked, something triggered people, and things are going off the chain. And yes, if you guys are interested in a shirt, let us know. We still have plenty left over. And they come in all sizes. They're unisex, so they fit everybody. 25 for one, 45 for two. Oh, game on. He's also one that likes to pull it up on his TV and watch us on the screen. So, I mean, I guess you could say spotting deer. You know how cool it was to sit on your porch and actually, we could set our clocks by them. We would always have deer, and we live right in the middle of town. And then here they come. We always had like 3 or 4 doe that would come walking down the street. You could hear them clacking, and they'll go off into a yard and do whatever deer do. I don't know. So, like I said, guys, all good things must come to an end, though. I want to thank everybody for popping in. I want to thank Sarah for coming in. She was a pretty decent sport. I'll help you. Sure. You did fine, beautiful. You did fine. Quick shout out though to our good friends at MLH Distillery, located right there in Grove City, Pennsylvania. All these awesome beer bottles you see on your screen and you see me pouring at the bar, you can purchase right there at MLH Distillery, or you can get it at mlhdistillery.com. Guys, you can also find them on Facebook. Another shout out to our good friends at Snap-on Tools, the premier selection in automotive tools. Well, I didn't get a drink in her. Kind of surprised by this. She is in love with margaritas and would not give me the opportunity to make her one of my famous margaritas. And again, there's the difference. I'm not the biggest margarita fan, but I tell you what, everybody likes their own brand. Join us again as we come back for our Sunday night weekend hangover, or Sunday weekend hangover, whichever way it goes. We got our Monday night bartender. We're going to have a packed house that night because we are bringing back out our review on the upcoming fall beers. A lot of Oktoberfest, a lot of pumpkin beers. Ray tried your pumpkin beer, Hoop, and actually he didn't think it was all that bad. We got our Tuesday night Real Flicks and Chill. We have our Wednesday night open bar, and then of course we round it all out with our Thirsty Thursday thoughts and shots. XL Please, second day of the month. Handshakes with surprise coming your way, as well as Mash Brother. I love our peeps. Surprisingly, the internet held. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep her out here too much longer, but I am, we're going to try and paint the town red a little bit. We'll get the music cranking. Yes, for those of you on TikTok, we are heading there next. But this is affectionately called the last shot of the night. So, can I at least get you to do a tiny, tiny with me? And you can pick whatever you like. He says, next month, my shirts will be ready. Later. So, the last shot of the night, I'm sure you've seen before. This is where we kind of, we leave that lasting impression. Haha, I got them to work. She's gonna make me. Oh. She is actually sipping on the Cinnamon Roll Shine from Lynchwood Distilleries. Cowboy, if you are able to make it up here, brother, we're gonna have to take you out there and let you meet those folks. Awesome people, super cool. They're gonna be the ones that are going to be putting our face on the bottle. And in case you guys are wondering, yes, this is a 30 proof. It's
Nothing.
There's nothing behind this one. But yours truly is gonna have to get the fly strips up, because this is why I say please don't leave the door open. I say that to everybody. Anything you want to say? Old saying, something fun, anything positive?
I didn't look up anything this time.
You don't need to look up anything. What's something that you know? What they used to tell you in school? Something your mom used to tell you, your granny used to tell you, anybody, you know? Something you'd read in the past. Anything. Something. Guys, do as I say, not as I do. Find something that relaxes you. Like I did that. No? This is her third time actually co-hosting with me, so she'll get there. Much appreciated, sir. Thank you. Let's see if I can finally get this bad boy. He's been in here bugging the crap out of me. Oh, I'm still...
He lives.
That was embarrassing. Any place I recommend while you're here? Oh, dude. You like beer, you like wine, you like, you know, obviously we know you like Shine, so yeah, dude, trust me. We're gonna take you around for some tastings. Well, you get an A for effort, babe. My final shot of the evening, folks. There are good ships, there are wood ships. There are ships that sail the sea, but the best ships are friendships. And may they always be. For those of you on TikTok, you will at least see me there next, and hopefully her. But always remember, everything we say on this show is just our opinion. But then again...
It might be the alcohol talking.
You guys have a good night. We'll catch you again real soon.
Thank you for stopping in and listening to the Another Shot podcast. We shared some drinks, stories, and laughs. But it's time to say goodnight. Join us next time on Another Shot podcast.
If you're looking for a party, then man, have you found it? Now the shot is coming raw and unbounded. The whiskey's always talking and the beer's overflowing. Now the shot is gonna hit you with the mind overloaded. The bar is always open with no inhibitions. Another shot will leave your sensories twitching. Just remember, everything we say is just our opinion. But then again,